Do you find my notes and my video useful?
Sí.
Excelente. So I will do exactly the same thing. Vamos a grabar esta sesión. We're going to record this session. Y voy a enviar también mis anotaciones. And I'm going to send my my notes a tu camino, your way. See? So you were really incredible saying bienvenidos a la clase número 2. What are we saying there?
Welcome to class number 2.
Perfecto. Now, what I'd like you to do is to repeat after me, please. Hoy. Hoy. 1, 2, 3.
Hoy.
Hoy.
What's so peculiar about that word hoy?
The H is silent.
Oh, you're the best. Beautiful. So the H will always be silent unless there's an C in front of it. Okay, because that would change, that would make that a sound or an S in some instances. And the word hoy means today. Okay, so we'll say hoy es el martes. Hoy es el martes. 1, 2, 3.
Hoy es
es
martes.
3 de octubre. 1, 2, 3.
3 de octubre de.
Muy bien. And now, yes, we'll take that inertia there. We'll say de. 1, 2, 3.
De.
And buckle up. I'm going to say the year here. I'll say it 2 times. And let's see if then after that, you're able to say the year. 2023. I'll say it again. 2023. 1, 2, 3.
2023.
Excelente. What do you think you're saying there?
2023.
Exactly. We did 2023. That is the way you would say years in Spanish. So in this case, it was 2000, which is 2000, 2023. 2023. We will have a whole year to say this year. Okay, so could we say it at the count of 3 again? 2023. 1, 2, 3.
2023.
You know what? You're so good. You're so good that you'll say the whole date in one shot. I'll say it first, and then at the count of 3, you are my stars. Hoy es el martes 3 de octubre de 2023. 1, 2, 3.
Hoy es el
martes 3 de octubre de 2023.
Bravo, bravo. Muy bien. ¿Alguna pregunta sobre la clase anterior? Any questions regarding last class that we had? Any questions? If you don't have any questions, I'll test you here. Okay, Fatima, we are going to admit Fatima here. So I'll test you here. ¿Cómo se dice? ¿Cómo se dice? So, literally that would be, how do you say? ¿Cómo se dice? Oh, por supuesto. ¿Cómo se dice en español? Because I don't want to have any doubts about what you have to do here. ¿Cómo se dice en español? My mother's friend is from Mexico. My mother's friend is from Mexico. And my father's friend, my father friend is from Cuba. Okay, work on that. If you have the answer, hit me with that.
You can try.
Go for it, Donna.
Mi mamás amiga es de Mexico and mi papás amigo es de Cuba.
Okay. You know what? Your friends are so civilized that they didn't throw you tomatoes, saying, "Oh, Donna, have you forgotten this little thing here? What if I put here en español, in Spanish? What was the scoop when we have these three elements? So we have element number one, which is the person who owns. Element number two, and we have an apostrophe S. Would we start with the first element? Sí or no?
No.
No. Jess says no. So what if I did this? Boom, 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 boom. What if I gave you this little table here? And what if I put here my mother right there? Boom, boom, boom. And I put apostrophe S in the center. And then if I put friend right on the third cell there. Remember that in this case, when you say my mother's friend, am I talking about my mother? I'm not talking about my mother. I'm talking about the friend of my mother. Would that give you a little hint? Yes. So rather, this is a solid element. So whenever you have that apostrophe S, okay, and that wouldn't be the plural of my mother. It would be just we would call it a possessive case, meaning that the first element in English is not the subject of our conversation. No, the subject of our conversation is the second element. The first element is the owner of this second element, but we are not talking about the owner. We are talking about the friend. How would you say the friend? Anyone?
El amigo.
El
amigo.
Perfecto. Oh, that's all over the place. Beautiful. El amigo. What if that was a female friend?
La amiga.
La amiga. And how do we say my mom or my mother?
Mi mamá.
Mi mamá. Okay. Mi mamá. And this apostrophe S will take the place of the preposition of. So in other words, when you say the friend of my mother, but in Spanish, that would be your angle. You would never start with the first element because you're not talking about the first element. You're talking about the elements after the apostrophe S, which would take the place of that preposition of. How do we translate of?
Take.
Correcto. And could we all read now the subject of our conversation here at the count of 3? 1, 2, 3.
El amigo de mi mamá.
Perfecto. Bravo, bravo. Now that we have that, could we make it a solid statement, and we'll apply the same rule for the second part of the sentence. So in this case, how we say my father's friend?
El amigo de mi papá.
Correcto. Are we all with that? Perfecto.
I have a question.
Jennifer.
And just in my notes, maybe I wrote it down wrong. Did it if the subject is the person, you put did I don't know. Is it instead of de?
No, you're absolutely right. That would only be because what it is, Jennifer, here is that in this case we don't need to put the at, which you're absolutely right with with what you were saying. But in this case, since we are putting a preposition in between, and then we are putting here like a connecting expression, that won't follow what we were saying, and you said it very well. What I was referring to, Jennifer and my dear students here, is this situation. When you say, for example, yo amo. So in this situation, and I'll put it actually, I'll put this to below here. So in this case, when you have the subject, which is performing the action, we have the action, which is the verb, right? And then you have an object, which is product of the action performed by the subject. If and this is what you said, Jennifer, and you said it very well. In this case, if the object is a person, we need the little word. So, for example, what if I want to say, oh, I love my mom? So you would say, yo amo a mi mamá. Yo amo a mi mamá. And this is exactly what you were saying, Jennifer, and I have to congratulate you for your notes and for making this comment. Okay, but in this case, if we go to this sentence here, you're saying my mother's friend. So that is the subject of this part of the sentence. Is, that would be the verb, and then from Mexico, that would be the object. But now we have a conjunction here that is linking the other part of the sentence, which looks exactly the same as the first one, where you're saying, and my father's friend, that would be the subject, would be the verb, and then from Cuba would be the object. In this case, the object is from Cuba or from Mexico, and they are not people. So that's why we wouldn't put an a. But I appreciate your comment very much, Jennifer. Okay, muchas gracias. Okay, now,
Thank you.
You're very welcome. How do we say thank you?
Gracias.
There you go. Gracias, gracias. And remember when we were practicing our sounds, okay, and the combination of the CE and CI, that combination would sound in Latin America, would sound like a sound. Okay, could everyone pronounce this syllable here?
Yes.
Se.
Se. Could everyone pronounce this syllable here?
Si.
Could you please pronounce both syllables in a row? Uno, dos, tres.
Se. Si.
How about what if I add this? Could you read all that at the count of three? Uno, dos, tres.
Cecilia.
Cecilia, which is a beautiful female's name. Cecilia. Now, question. That pronunciation is beautiful in Latin America, meaning any place where Spanish is the official language except Spain. What is the pronunciation that you would use in Spain?
Like a TH?
Like a TH, I have to salute you again. Could we pretend we are in Barcelona having some sangria? Okay, and we'll say this in Barcelona. How would you guys say this in Barcelona? At the count of three. Uno, dos, tres.
Cecilia.
You see, Eric has been
Cecilia.
practicing. Yes, that was outstanding. Cecilia, Cecilia, Cecilia. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, now, if you were in Spain, how would you say thank you in Spain?
Gracias.
Gracias. Now, we're not in Spain, we are in Mexico. How would you say that in Mexico?
Gracias.
Gracias. And how would you answer to that?
De nada.
Oh, you're the best. De nada, de nada, de nada. Gracias, de nada. You're in Spain. Gracias, de nada. Outstanding. Very good. Muy bien. So I tested you here, and we were able to rescue a couple of things that we were doing last class. This time, damas y caballeros. So this is the way I'm calling you. Damas y caballeros. And then I'll be answering your question, Fatima, because you raised your hand. So I'll go, damas y caballeros. What would that be?
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Damas y caballeros. This is interesting. This is ladies and gentlemen. And these are two terms that it would be interesting for you to be familiar with. Where would you see these two terms? When you go to?
The bathroom.
Baño.
El baño.
Correcto. So when you go to el baño, it would say damas, caballeros. Fatima, what could I do for you?
Going back to the previous question that you asked about my mom's friend, how would you say from Mexico? Like, what's the word for from?
Yes. What if I did this to you to confuse you, Fatima? What if I did from, of, de? So for both, it would be exactly the same word. Sounds good, Fatima?
Yes, thank you.
Gracias. Gracias. Okay. Now, would you have your textbook handy? Yes, perfecto. So,
Were we instructed on how to get the textbook?
I would not be able to help you there because I was having my own difficulties, Gabi.
Okay, I thought for some reason that it said that the instructions would be given in class on how to access the textbook, but I'll look again. There might be
Yeah,
actual
because
instructions somewhere.
is there any other participant here who is using the textbook online?
Me. It was
Fatima?
in the instructions were in the email from the director of the program. Like we got an email. I just followed the instruction in the PDF and I got the book.
Okay. Gabby, do you have that email?
I do not. I just have the email from you.
Okay. So what I'll do, I will retrieve that email and then I'll forward it to you.
Thank you.
Gabby, would I have, are you in the list, the previous list?
Yeah,
with
Gabriela Yates.
Gabriela. So
Sí.
Gabriela, what I'll do, once I send the video and my notes, I'll also send you the email sent by the director previously to follow you know, the steps in order to get the online version of
Gracias.
the Gracias, Gabriela. Excelente. Okay, now we are right here. Could we practice a little bit of sounds? Let's go with some sounds. Let's go with some sounds. Okay, we are right here. El alfabeto. Are we ready? Okay. So what I'll do, I'll just say every letter twice. The third time is your show. Okay. A.
Ah,
B. B.
B,
C. C.
C,
D. D.
D,
E. E.
E,
F. F.
F,
G. G.
H,
H. H.
H,
E. E.
E,
J. J.
Ta,
K. K.
Ka,
You know what? I said a bad word in Spanish. I know. We are really bad, Jess. We are bad. Like I can hear you like complaining to the president of the association. Jorge is saying bad words. Ay, ay, ay. Now, let's go with L. L. Un, dos, tres.
L,
M. M. Un, dos, tres.
M,
N. Un, dos, tres.
N,
Okay. Could you please be so kind to give me the whole first column? So you'll go from A to N. Okay. So at the count of three. Uno, dos, tres. A,
B,
B,
C,
D,
D,
E, F,
F,
G,
G,
H,
E,
I,
J,
K,
K,
L,
L,
M,
N,
N. Okay, let's continue. Could you please, after me, I'll say it twice. Third time is yours. Ñ. Ñ. Un, dos, tres.
N,
O. O. Un, dos, tres.
O,
P. P. Un, dos, tres.
P,
Q. Q. Un, dos, tres. R. R. Un, dos, tres.
R.
S. S. Un, dos, tres.
S.
T. T. Un, dos, tres.
T.
U. U. Un, dos, tres.
U.
V. V. Un, dos, tres.
V.
W. W. Un, dos, tres.
V.
X. X. Un, dos, tres.
X.
Y. Y. Un, dos, tres.
Y.
Z. Z. Un, dos, tres.
Z.
Beautiful. With the experience that some of you already have with the language, you might have little discrepancies with some sounds. Okay. Could we go with some of those discrepancies that you might have? I don't think in the first column, like everything is fine, but in the past, we differentiated these two sounds. Okay, so when you have the single R versus the double R. Okay, so for the single R, you would say ere. Now, you know what I need you to think about is like this is your mouth, and then you have the upper palate, and you have the tip of your tongue. So think about this part here. So this is your mouth inside, and this is your upper palate, and here you would have your teeth, and this is your tongue. So your tongue, when it's saying the single R, is just a little tap on the upper palate. You say ere, ere, ere. Like you know when you say water, ere, is that little tap. Could we all say the single R at the count of three? Un, dos, tres. There you go. You don't need to roll the tip of your tongue right there. You have to do it with the double R. And also in initial position. In initial position, the single R would have that sound. But also when it's double R. So for the double R, I need you to do the little effort of thinking. So this is the tip of my tongue that will have a friction on the upper palate. And so you'll go. So it's a fricative. The other one is more just one little tap. The other one would stay. Exactly. Beautiful sound. Beautiful sound. So at the count of three, we'll make the effort. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if you're not getting it right now, but we'll be practicing. And the practice is that the tip of your tongue having a friction on the upper palate. So some of you will start with zzz, zzz, okay. Let's try it. Let's try it. At the count of three, you give me your best version of your R. Uno, dos, tres.
R.
Beautiful. As you can see, that would be the difference. Single R, double R, R. Uno, dos, tres, single. A double. Bravo, bravo. Okay, that's one thing. The other thing is the V. The V. We have uve. Uve. Has anybody else encounter for the V a different way of saying it?
Yes.
Jennifer, How do you learn how to say the V?
If I remember, it was a long time ago, but they.
V, yeah, like V, V, yes.
Ve.
Anybody else?
It sounds like a B.
Yeah,
A.
very good. And you know, Donna, you have a very good point. In Spanish, at least Spanish in Latin America, because in Spain it's a little bit they make the little difference between V and B, V and B. But most of the time, in the Spanish language, these two sounds would sound very similar, if not the same. Okay, I'll give you an example. And so the first one, do we know what vaca is?
Oh,
A cow. Vaca is a cow. And bote?
A boat.
A boat. Gracias, Gabriela. Okay, a boat. And so in Spanish, I could say this and with this sound in 3 different ways, and people will understand exactly what I'm talking about. So I could say vaca, I could say vaca, I could say vaca, mira la vaca, mira la vaca, mira la vaca. There won't be any difference. Same thing here. Bote. The only problem with this word here is that there's actually there's 2 verbs here. There's one verb which is this, botar, and there's another verb which is on top here that would be votar. The one on top here, votar, is to vote. Votar is to vote. Botar is to throw away. Okay, when you say, oh, voy a botar la basura. Basura is garbage. Voy a botar la basura. What am I saying there?
Take out the trash.
put it in the garbage can.
Yes, yes. So voy a botar. I'm going to throw the garbage. Voy a botar la basura. But the other one, voy a votar. That's a problem in Latin America because you'll have a lot of people making spelling mistakes because of this reason. Because we don't put like a major difference between votar and votar. Both will sound the same. So it's just pure experience, and according to your education, you would not make those type of spelling mistakes. But the other way, sometimes people, when you are saying the alphabet, sometimes people would talk about rather than uv, and you know where that uv comes from? Is the V in the shape of a V, kind of. So it's U, but V, uv, uv. So that's why they say that. Sometimes people would say V corta, like the short V compared to B larga. B is like a bigger V. But I was asking if you had that exposure before. Speaking of which, W, what is the the differences here when you say V doble, which is double, literally W, or double V in this case. Sometimes people would say doble V, doble V. If you ever heard that, that's another way that people would say it. And this one is a big one for the letter Y. Here is like yeah, but normally, and here is a problem with different accents. In this approach, they are asking you to say yeah, yeah. But the problem with the sound yeah, that varies a lot, because you could have anything from yeah to je to she. Who has been to Argentina ever? Who knows people from Argentina? Jennifer?
No.
No. In Argentina, they have this very distinctive accent. For example, and this is something we'll be practicing tonight too. Would you be familiar with this? Me llamo Jorge. Are you familiar with that?
Yes.
What am I saying?
My name is Jorge.
I'm
Okay.
George.
Very good. Very good. You'll have these different accents. Me llamo Jorge. In other areas, they will say me llamo Jorge. And in Argentina and Uruguay, they will say me llamo Jorge. Me llamo. Me llamo. Me llamo. Me llamo. 3 ways of pronouncing that. Therefore, here you'll have people also having a problem with the different accents, saying yeah, and she. Okay. Question: has any one of you ever heard of this? I'll put it like this: griega. Has anyone ever heard this Y spelled like Y? Anyone? No. It's a different way of saying Y. And now, where does this Y comes from? Griega means Greek. So this would be the Greek symbol of the I. And the other symbol for the I is this one here, which is the Latin E. Latin E is right after HE, that is the Latin symbol for E. And the Y would be the Greek symbol for E. So that's why normally people would say Y. Could we say that at the count of 3? I'll say it again. Y. 1, 2, 3. Y. So that would be another way of saying Y when you're spelling. But yeah, in this method would be fine. Okay. You know what I'd like you to do? You're practicing your sounds. Okay. You'll say A como Alberto. Como would be like. Okay. So could you please read, everyone, the first column, but with the words that are accompanying all those letters.
Could
So
I
you'll say
ask,
A como Alberto, B como Buenos Aires, C como en Cuba, D como en Diego, E como en Elena, F como en Federico, G como en García, H como en Honduras, I como en Ignacio, J como en Javier, K como en Kenia, L como en Luis, M como en María, N como en Natalia. And this is what you're saying before I answer your question, Fatima. You'll say como en, like in, like in. Fatima, what's your question?
It's Gabriela.
Gabriela, pardon me.
That's okay. You're saying he, and I've always said je. Is there, am I remembering it wrong?
J, and once again, the standard sound, and even when you listen to that in your textbook, you have the rather than J, because the J is the conflict with the Y. Because how would you say the Y then?
Yeah.
How would you say the G?
Je.
Okay, so what's happening there is what I was talking about. Is
Okay.
accent.
Okay.
Gabriela, where is your
Cuba.
oh, from Cuba?
Mhm.
You see, so here was were you born in Cuba?
No, my mother was,
Your mother was.
but I was
Okay.
raised in Miami.
Okay, and here is once again, and this is a fascinating thing, because I will be talking about accents. Okay, so for now, the standard way of saying G would be he. Like for example, and that comes from this, Gabriela. That is my name. How do you pronounce my name?
Jorge.
Jorge, right? You don't pronounce it as Jorge. Okay, now at the count of three, could you say como en un, dos, tres?
Como
En.
And could you please give me a nice rhythm? You will all do it together, but you'll go A como en Alberto, B como en Buenos Aires. You'll be almost like rapping the alphabet. At the count of three, you'll start. Uno, dos, tres, go.
Como
como
en
en
Alberto.
Alberto.
B
Como
como en Buenos Aires.
Aires.
C como en Cuba. D como en Diego. E como en Elena. F como en Federico. G como en García. H como en Honduras. I como en Ignacio. J como en Javier. K como en Kenia. L como en Luis. M como en María. N como en Natalia. Continue, please. Ñ como en España. O como en Oscar. P como en Pérez. Q como en Quito. R como en Ramón. S como en Sara. T como en Teresa. U como en Uruguay. V como en Venezuela. W como en water. X como en Alex. Y como en Yalta. Z como en Zaragoza. By the way, in Spanish, we don't have the sound Z, Z, like za, za, za. We have either S or in Spain, they are going to say Zaragoza, Zaragoza, Zaragoza. So you have now a very distinctive way when people from Spain, they have that TH sound. Number one, when it's CECI, you say the, the. And number two is when you say the Z. In Spain, they say also the TH sound. Zaragoza, Zaragoza. Let's pretend we are in Madrid having a sangria. Could you please say Zaragoza? Un, dos, tres.
Zaragoza.
Zaragoza.
You see, like those sangrias work out very well. Now, could you please do me a big favor here? Remember how we were saying, my name is? How do we say my name is? One way of
Me
saying my
llamo.
name is,
Mi amo.
okay? And my recommendation is this. My recommendation is this. Make it a little bit stronger, the double L. Me llamo, me llamo, me llamo. Count to three. Un, dos, tres.
Me
Me llamo.
Yes, because if it's not too strong, it'll sound like me amo, me amo. And what is me amo? I love myself. Oh, I love myself. Nothing wrong with that. We all should love ourselves. But in this case, make the difference between amo and llamo. Llamo. Could we say me llamo? Un, dos, tres.
Me
Me
llamo.
llamo.
Beautiful. You know what I'd like you to do? You have your alphabet. Could you please find all the letters for your beautiful names? And you'll say, we are very civilized people, so we'll greet people saying, hola. And then, me llamo. You'll say your beautiful name, and then you'll spell it in Español. Boom, 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 boom. So, hola, me llamo Jorge. 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 That was my show. Now I need another actor or another actress. Who would be the incredible one first?
I
I'll go.
can go.
Eric, you have the stage for yourself. Go for it.
Hola, me llamo Eric. E-R-E-I-C.
Gracias, señor. Muy bien. May I have another person? And by the way, the other person, right after saying your name, you'll say, se escribe. Se escribe. Could we all say that at the count of three? Uno, dos, tres.
Se
Se
escribe.
The other way would be se deletrea. Se deletrea. Literally speaking, when you say se deletrea, you would say you spell it or it is spelled like this. The other one is written like this, or you write it. So whenever you're saying your name or whenever you are spelling a word, use either se escribe or se deletrea. Se escribe, se deletrea. Count of three, could you say it in that order? You say se escribe, se deletrea. Uno, dos, tres.
Se
Se escribe. Se deletrea.
Deletrea.
Perfecto. So I'll do my show again, and then we'll have another participant. Hola, me llamo Jorge. Se escribe Jorge. Jorge. Ciao, ciao. Oh, yeah, we'll do all that show. Why not? Because we are growing. And then we'll say, ciao, ciao. We are so civilized. Okay, who's next?
I can go.
Okay.
Gabriela, go for it.
Can you tell me again what is deletrea? Like how is what is
Deletrear, the difference, deletrear is to spell.
to spell?
To spell,
Okay.
and escribir is to write. So in essence, what you're saying, Gabriela, is, oh, this is the way you write my name. This is the way you spell my
Oh,
name. Sounds good? Go for
yes.
it.
Hola, me llamo Gabriela. Se deletrea G. Oh,
Yeah,
G.
no, go with that for now. Go with that. Yep. The
A
way you've been doing it all along. Go for it.
G A B R I E L A. Gabriela.
Excelente. So we have two people off the hook. We have Eric and we have Gabriela. Everyone else is on the hook. Who's next?
Can I go next?
Sí, por favor, Fatima.
Gracias. Hola, me llamo Fatima. Se escribe Fatima. Fatima. Ciao, ciao.
Yes. Ciao, ciao. Oh, you see, she added the ciao, ciao like that. Oh, now you're a super Latina, Fatima. Beautiful. Next.
I can go.
Go for it, Liz.
Hola, me llamo Liz. Se escribe L-I-Z.
Zeta.
Zeta.
Excelente, Liz. Muy bien. Liz, could you tell your friends bye-bye?
Ciao, ciao.
I love it. I love it. Next.
I can.
Go for it.
Hola, me llamo Jessica. Se deletrea J-A-S-S-I-C-A. Ciao.
Beautiful, Jessica. Love it. Next.
I can go.
Go for it.
Hola, me llamo Donna. Se escribe D-O-N-N-A. Ciao.
Excelente. Beautiful. And here, just in case, we do have the possibility whenever you are using a double letter, we could also always do doble. Doble. So in your case, Donna would be?
Doble N.
Oh, you're the best. Doble N. That could work too. Who's next?
Hello.
Go for it.
Hola, me llamo Vidish. Se escribe V-I-D-I-S-H. Chao, chao.
Excelente, Vidish. Excelente. Ciao, ciao. Who's next? Who's hiding here?
I haven't gone yet.
Go for it. We've been waiting for you, Jennifer.
Okay.
No wonder. You know, Jennifer is thinking, this is not fair. Here
I
we
have so many
Liz.
letters.
Yeah, Liz has only 3 letters. And she was avoiding her full name, which is Elizabeth.
You gave me a shortcut, so that's good.
Go for it, Jennifer.
Okay. Me llamo Jennifer. Se escribe J-E-N-N-I-F-A-R.
Excellent.
Oh, ciao, ciao.
Gracias, gracias. So, do we have everyone? Sí, tenemos Fatima, Gabriela, Donna. Robin is not here today. We have Liz. We have Jessica. No Bradley tonight, right? And Vidish. No Jeanette. Is Alicia here today? No. And we have Eric, and we have Jennifer. Wonderful. Good. So let's move on here. We have several expressions here, and actually let's see if we could listen to an audio file.
Aula Internacional Plus 1. Unidad 0. 2. 1.
Hola, ¿qué tal?
Muy bien, ¿y tú? 2.
Bok, kako si?
Jako dobro, ¿y ti?
3. Salut, ça va?
Oui, ça va bien, et toi?
4.
Muchas gracias.
Okay,
De nada.
so we have that audio file, and what I like you to do, you're going to use your Spanish and you're going to tune your ears. Okay, in order to do this, we need a little bit of help. This person here is very helpful. Okay, this person is teaching you those 10 numbers. Okay, could we read those 10 numbers after me, please? Could you say uno, un, dos, tres?
Uno.
Could you say dos, un, dos, tres?
Dos.
Tres, un, dos, tres.
Tres.
Cuatro, un, dos, tres.
Cuatro.
And in this case, rather than cuatro, give me a nice smile. Cuatro. Cuatro. Could you say cuatro? Go for it.
Cuatro.
Fantástico. Could you say cinco?
Cinco.
Could you say seis?
Seis.
Could you say siete?
Siete.
Could you say ocho?
Ocho.
Could you say nueve?
Nueve.
And could you say diez?
Diez.
Be so kind to count from 1 to 10 with a nice smile like this fellow right here. At the count of 3, you start. Uno, dos, tres, go.
Uno,
Uno, dos,
dos,
tres,
cuatro, cinco, seis, siete, ocho, nueve, 10.
Excellent. We're going to listen to that audio file once again. And what I'd like you to do is, where is it? You have 9 different little dialogues. Okay. So could you all repeat after me, please? Say, habla español. Un, dos, tres.
Habla español.
Otras lenguas. Un, dos, tres.
Otras
lenguas.
Okay. So you're going to take notes from 1 to 9. You're going to tell me what numbers they speak Spanish. And you'll be saying, for example, what if it was 1, 4, 8, and 9? They spoke Spanish. I would say, habla español. 1, 4, 8, 9. And then otras lenguas, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Are you following that? So could you please take notes there from 1 to 9? Where are they speaking in Spanish? Okay, I'll play it again.
Aula Internacional Plus 1. Unidad 0. 2. 1.
Hola, ¿qué tal?
Muy bien, ¿y tú?
2.
Bok, kako si?
Jako dobro, ¿y ti?
3. Salut, ça va?
Oui, ça va bien, et toi?
4.
Muchas gracias.
De nada.
5.
Mila esker.
Ez horregatik.
6.
Dankeschön.
Bitte, gern geschehen.
7.
Hasta luego.
Adiós.
8.
Chao, a presto.
Chao.
9.
Hasta luego.
Chao.
Ok. ¿Habla español o habla otras lenguas? Número 1.
Habla
Español.
Habla
español.
español.
Número 2.
Habla
Otras
otras
lenguas.
lenguas.
3.
Otras
lenguas.
lenguas.
4.
Habla
Habla
español.
español.
5.
Otras
Otras
Lenguas.
6.
Otras lenguas.
7.
Habla español.
8.
Otras
Otras
lenguas.
lenguas.
9.
Habla
Otras
español.
lenguas.
Otras lenguas. Excelente. Excelente. Muy bien. Okay. Now, question. Would you need a little break, like 5-minute break? Or do
Yes,
you want
please.
just so
Yes, just 5 minutes.
5 minutes? Could we take 5 minutes and then we'll be right back at 5 after 8. We'll continue. Okay, go for it.
Unidad 0, 3. Chao.
Buenas tardes.
Unidad 0, 4. A de Alberto. B de Buenos Aires. C de Cuba. D de Diego. E de Elena. F de Federico. G de García. H de Honduras. I. H de Honduras. G de García. H de Honduras. I de Ignacio. Audio alternativo. Unidad 0, 4.
A de Alba. B de Belice. C de Colombia. D de Diana. E de Ecuador. F de Francisco. G de Guadalajara. H de Hugo. I de Félix. Y de Yemen. Z de Zapata.
Muy bien. Excelente. Muy bien. De todas maneras, ustedes tienen acceso a los archivos de audio, ¿verdad? So, in your format, like a hard copy book or online book, you have access to those audio files, right?
How do we get access when we have the hard copy book?
So, for the hard copy book, don't you have at the back of the book a CD?
No.
No,
Nope.
it has a website at the front of the book though.
Yes. Okay. But Eric, what I'll do in any audio files that I'll be using from the textbook, I will include them as the material once I send you my notes. I send you the video, and I will send you the audio files that we will be using for the class.
Okay.
I'm saying that because going back to, and Gabriela will be back pretty soon. Gabriela, as I was saying at the beginning of the class, for some sounds when we were practicing these sounds here, and I was very emphatic about the ye, which would vary from zone to zone in Latin America, and what they are using in the textbook is the standard way of saying the alphabet. And for example, we'll listen to the way they have the alphabet, pardon me, in the textbook.
Unidad 0, 4. A de Alberto. B de Buenos Aires. C de Cuba. D de Diego. E de Elena. F de Federico. G de García.
You see?
H de Honduras.
So that's what they
I
are.
de Ignacio.
That's what they are using in terms of the standard G.
H de Honduras. G de García.
Okay. But again, keep the one that you've been using since you were a little girl. Sounds good? Beautiful. Now, let's practice some new vocabulary. Okay. In your textbook, you have actually, let's take this other audio file here. I think it should be this one here.
Unidad 0, 3. Chao.
Buenas tardes.
¿Qué tal?
Adiós.
Buenos días.
So what I'd like you to do is to tune your ear. So could you please, in the order of the way they are saying all these greetings and farewells, could you please put a number right beside the expression? For example, if they say ciao, okay, identify where you have ciao, and that would be número uno. Okay, and then find me número dos, etc., etc. Okay, so tune your ears. Here we go.
Unidad 0, 3. Chao.
Buenas tardes.
¿Qué tal?
Adiós.
Buenos días.
Hola.
¿Cómo estás?
Hasta luego.
Buenas noches.
Hasta pronto.
Was that too fast? No. Okay. Impress me. I'll say those numbers and hit me, boom, 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 with the expression they used. Uno.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Dos.
Buenas tardes.
Tres.
¿Qué tal?
Tal.
Cuatro.
Adiós.
Adiós.
Dios.
Cinco.
Buenos días.
Buenos días.
Seis.
Hola.
Hola.
Siete.
¿Cómo
¿Cómo
estás?
Ocho.
Hasta luego.
Nueve.
Buenas noches.
Noches.
10.
Hasta
pronto.
pronto.
Beautiful. Now, you already know some of these words, but let's go now in the order that you have them there as saludos y despedidas. Saludos would be greetings. Despedidas would be farewells. Okay. Would you understand what ¿cómo estás is? Jess, you're saying, Jess, you know what that is. What is that? What is that?
How are you?
How are you? Número dos, buenas tardes.
Good evening or good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Buenos días.
Good day.
Morning.
Good day or good morning. And buenas noches.
Evening.
Now, could you please observe something here? When you say good afternoon, good morning, good evening, you're changing from buenas, buenos, buenas. How come?
Because women own the night.
Did you hear that, Erin? Did you hear that? Absolutely, Gabriela. Because women own the night. I love it. Love it. There are some words that sometimes you have no idea because of the ending if they are masculine or feminine. So in this case, I love it, Gabriela. Just you made my day. Now, the word tarde would be a feminine word. Tarde. So what if I wanted to say the afternoon? Would you say el tarde or la tarde?
La tarde.
Correcto, la tarde. What if I say to you that the word dia, which is day, but in this case it's used for good morning. The word dia is a masculine word. Although it looks like a feminine. When you say dia, oh, come on, it looks like a feminine word. It is a masculine word, so it's one of those exceptions. Therefore, how do we say the day?
El día.
Yeah.
How we say the
El día.
days? Plural.
Los días.
Los días.
Los días.
Fantástico. So that's why when you're saying good afternoon, you're saying buenas tardes. When you're saying good morning, you're saying buenos días, because the word día is a masculine word. And then, of course, evening are ladies' time. It would be a feminine word. Noches. How would you say the nights?
La noche.
Las noches.
Beautiful. So when you say buenas noches, that would be a feminine. Okay. So buenas tardes, buenos días, buenas noches. The good old hola, we're all familiar with. Now, how about ¿qué tal? ¿Qué
What's
tal?
up?
What's up? You know, like Jess knows all this slang. Hey, what's up, bro? Okay, muy bien. ¿Qué tal? How about farewells? Hasta pronto. What would that be?
See you soon.
See
See
you
you
soon.
soon. Thank you. Ciao, ciao.
Bye.
Hasta luego.
Later.
See you later. And then adios, of course, would be good all.
Farewell.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Exacto. Muy bien. Muy bien. Okay. Now, let's practice a little bit of vocabulary here. Okay. First, we are going to pronounce all these words that you have. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dos, cuatro, cinco. So you have 13 words. Okay. Could you read the first column after me? I say silla, un, dos, tres.
Silla.
Yeah.
And remember when I was telling you last class how to stress a word? So if a word ends in a vowel, you stress the second last syllable. Also, if a word ends in N or S, you stress the second last syllable. But if a word ends in a consonant other than N or S, you stress the last syllable. That's why you would say silla, and then you would say proyector. Could you say the second word at the count of three? Un, dos, tres.
Proyector.
Proyector. Next one. Papelera. Un, dos, tres.
Papelera.
Era.
Muy bien. Tableta. Un, dos, tres.
Tableta.
Estuche. Un, dos, tres.
Estuche.
Estuche.
Muy bien. Mesa. Un, dos, tres.
Mesa.
Libro. Un, dos, tres.
Libro.
Bolígrafo. Un, dos, tres.
Bolígrafo.
Beautiful. I have to congratulate you there because you all went with the emphasis on li because there's an accent, a written accent. So then you would follow the accent in order to put the stress on that word. You said bolígrafo. Next, ordenador. Un, dos, tres.
Ordenador.
Cuaderno. Un, dos, tres.
Cuaderno.
Perfecto. Pizarra. Un, dos, tres.
Pizarra.
Hoja de papel. Un, dos, tres.
Hoja de
papel.
Mochila. Un, dos, tres.
mochila.
Could you please be so kind to put numbers? You have all those items with those numbers. Could you please, for whatever experience you have with the language, could you please put numbers right beside those words? Let's see. Find me, where is silla? Find me the number for silla. Find me the proyector, papelera, tableta, estuche. If there's anyone who has all the numbers, you say listo. Could we all say listo?
Listo.
Or lista. Un, dos, tres.
Lista.
That means ready. Ready. Okay, if you're a girl, you say lista. If you're a boy, you say listo. Okay.
Could you scroll up so that I can see the pictures? I just don't have the.
Oh, so
Thank you.
sorry,
Oh, it's fine.
sorry. I know. This is. There you go.
It's fine the way it was. Yeah.
How about that?
Perfecto.
Ah, excelente, Gabriela. Las noches son de las mujeres.
De las mujeres.
Love it. Guess what? We are going to go with team effort. Okay, so could you please give me a number? Oh, but you know what? Ay, ay, ay. We know numbers up to 10. And we have 13 items. Ay, ay, ay. Could you please repeat after me, please? 11. 11. Un, dos, tres.
11.
Could you please say 12? 12. Un, dos, tres.
12.
And one more. Could you say 13? 13, 1, 2, 3. Could you be so kind to give me 11, 12, 13? 1, 2, 3.
11,
12,
13.
You are all set. You are all set. So, silla, ¿qué número es?
12.
12. Proyector.
2,
2. Papelera.
3.
Did you say 3 like this?
Sí.
No, 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 no. What is papelera? What number is it?
¿Cómo se dice 9? I forgot the number.
9?
Is it
9.
9?
9, 9.
Is
So,
it 9?
so
9?
you're saying that papelera is 9?
Maybe.
And Jorge will be mean with you, Fatima. Jorge will go, no, 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 no.
No?
Papelera is 13. Which is a?
Trash can.
Exactly. Papelera. How about tableta? Tableta. ¿Qué número es tableta?
1.
1. ¿Qué número es estuche? Es número 7. So what is estuche?
Pencils.
Pencil case. Perfecto. I'll give you another one. What if I gave you mesa? ¿Qué número es?
Yes.
10. Excelente. How about libro?
5.
5. Correcto. How about bolígrafo?
8.
8. Perfecto. Pen. How about ordenador?
6.
Ordenador 6. Jennifer, muy bien. I have to give you a little thing here. Ordenador, that word is only used in Spain to say computer. Because in all the other places that you'll be traveling to, computer, we say either el computador, masculino, or we say la computadora, femenino. Both terms are correct. El computador, la computadora, or el ordenador. That's the way they say it in Spain. Okay, perfecto. Let's move on here. El cuaderno.
11.
El cuaderno would be this one right, right here, right here.
Oh, nuevo.
9, 9, 9,
9, sorry.
9, 9, 9, 9. Next, pizarra, pizarra.
4.
4, correcto. 4. So pizarra would be a whiteboard. And then next one, hoja de papel. Hoja. That would be 3. Correcto. 3. And mochila. Mochila.
11.
11, which is backpack. Backpack. You bet. You bet. Okay. No.
So, hoja de papel is a piece of paper?
Correcto. Correcto. Muy bien. Muy bien. So whenever you say, oh, ¿tienes una hoja de papel? Do you have a sheet of paper? Okay. Perfecto. Now, could you all say after me, ¿cómo se dice esto en español? ¿Cómo se dice esto en español? At the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
¿Cómo se dice esto en
español?
So literally what you're saying is, how do you say this in Spanish? And then we have the answer right there. And then the other way is, ¿qué significa ordenador? ¿Qué significa ordenador? Could we say that at the count of 3? 1, 2, 3.
¿Qué significa ordenador?
Okay, so the first question was, how do you say this in Spanish? The second one is, what is the meaning? What is the meaning of whatever you have there? And number 3, ¿Cómo se pronuncia? ¿Cómo se pronuncia? Count of three. 1, 2, 3.
¿Cómo
¿Cómo
se
se
pronuncia?
pronuncia?
So in this case, ¿cómo se pronuncia pizarra? So you're saying, how do you pronounce? How do you pronounce? You have 3 questions. Okay, so I'm going to use any of those questions. What if I ask you, ¿cómo se dice esto en español? Número 10.
Mesa.
Mesa.
Mesa. ¿Cómo se dice esto en español? Número 4.
Pizarra.
Pizarra.
Perfecto.
Pizarra, sorry.
Oh, I'll get you here. I'll get you here. ¿Cómo se dice esto? Número 13.
Papelera.
Perfecto, perfecto. So, papelera comes from the word papel. So, like a waste basket. So, it's like, oh, I'm throwing pieces of paper there. So that's why they call it papelera. Papelera. Okay? And now, so to finish the class here, show me all your repertoire here with your traveling experiences. So I'll say any of these fragments of a conversation, and do your best to try to tell me what you are trying to say there. So I'm going to start here. ¿Cómo se escribe ventana? ¿Con B o con V? What is the question?
V.
V.
Whoa.
You're
But
asking-
give me the meaning of that question.
How do you spell window with the
Ventana with a B
or
with a V?
Beautiful, beautiful. Next. ¿Qué significa vale?
What does vale mean?
Correcto. And you're familiar with that word, eh? Vale, vale. So that is equivalent to okay. Vale. Next one. ¿Cómo dices? ¿Puedes repetir, por favor? Translate that.
How do we say?
Puedes repetir,
Please
por
repeat.
favor.
Please repeat.
Correcto. Oh, you're good. You don't need me. Jorge, go home. I'm at home. Now, sí. ¿Cómo se escribe ventana? What would that be?
Yes.
How do you
How do you
spell
write?
ventana?
Next. Lo siento, no hablo japonés.
I'm sorry.
I don't
I don't speak
Japanese.
Japanese.
Excelente. Look at you people. ¿Puedes hablar más alto, por favor?
Can you speak louder, please?
Perfecto. Mira, esta tarde estaba pensando que podríamos ir a la playa.
Look.
Go to the beach this afternoon.
Tonight, this
Oh, it's
afternoon.
Thinking about going to the beach.
Correcto. Next one. ¿Puedes
Wait,
hablar
sorry,
más
can you repeat that? Can you?
Yes. So, mira, esta tarde, so look, this afternoon, estaba pensando, I was thinking, estaba pensando que podríamos ir a la playa, that we could go to the beach. Okay, but you know what's happening here? They are using past tense. So it's a little bit beyond of the experiences that we might have had. Next, ¿puedes hablar más despacio, por favor?
Can you speak more slowly, please?
Por favor.
Can you speak slower?
Could you speak
Quieter.
quieter, please?
Okay.
Más despacio, por favor. We are trying to watch a film here, Fatima. Next one. ¿Cómo se dice thank you en español?
Gracias.
How do you
say
say
thank
thank you in
you?
español?
Muy bien, beautiful. So, next class, you know what I'd like you to do next class? When you go to this page here, I'm going to go one by one. Boom, 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 right here. So that would be pages 22 and 23. but we are going to concentrate on page 23 actually. Next class on Saturday, we're going to take a big trip to grammar. Okay, remember that we already in our class last Tuesday, we did a little bit of masculine and feminine. So here you have more words dealing with that, also professions, and we're going to get into verb conjugation. So please look at those personal pronouns. Okay, be familiar with them, and this is a big one, big one. Here you have 3 verbs that I need you to get into those verbs. I'm going to make a huge explanation of this llamarse, and then look at all these personal information expressions that we'll be using next class. Okay, so could you please concentrate on analyzing this page, which is huge, in order to do all kinds of exercises for this unit. It was my pleasure to be your teacher tonight, and have a wonderful evening.
Sorry, I have tengo una pregunta.
Fatima,
When is class for Saturday?
say that again?
When is Saturday's class? What time?
So it starts at 10.
Okay, 10.
Okay, so you cannot go partying the evening of Friday.
I'm gonna check when my flight is. I'm going back home, so I'll check.
Beautiful. And so I'll be converting this video, and I'll be sending my notes your way, and also the audio files that I used tonight. So have a wonderful evening. Looking forward to seeing you el sábado. Chao.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Gracias.
Gracias. Buenas noches.